As expected, the origin and authorship about inventions, especially about very old inventions, is always surrounded by a lot of controversy and even inaccuracies. Steam turbines are no different. I already did some research myself and told a story, very detailed and in-depth about this. The most widespread and accepted report is that in the year 50 after Christ, the Egyptian philosopher named Hero of Alexandria published a book of his own, written in the 2nd century before Christ, a description of a device in Roman Egypt, and many sources gave him credit for this invention. He detailed the aeolipile, or also called aeolipile, due to the fact that Heron was the first to provide a detailed description on how to make an aeolipile. The device came to be known as Heron's motor or Heron's aeolipile. This engine consisted of a hollow steel sphere. This sphere was fed with water and received heat from below to a heat source. In the sphere, she had two arms against each other, rotating, so that when he heated the water or steam he made the wheel turn. The aeolipile that Heron described is considered the first recorded steam engine or reaction steam turbine. It is not known whether Felipe was used in any practical way in ancient times, or whether it was seen merely as a pragmatic device or an extravagant novelty, an object of reverence or something else. Sources described it as a mere curiosity for the ancient Greeks. In 1629, an Italian engineer and architect named Giovanni Branca described a steam wheel or turbine in which a jet of steam. It was designed against a series of reeds mounted on a wheel, today remembered by some historians, as they considered it to be a turbine. Steam, the ancient Branca designed many different mechanical inventions. These inventions were later published in the form of a book in Rome, in 1629, under the title La Machine. The white turbine comprises a wheel mounted with vanes, where the steam is directed to the reeds through a tube. Therefore, it would be more properly called a steam turbine. Branca suggested it could be used to power pylons and elevate to water in cisterns for sawing wood and other applications. It has no relation to any later application of steam power, and does not present a major advance over aeolipile, described by Hero of Alexandria there in the 1st century. Of this white proposal, the turbine would receive steam at high speed, and then it would flow tangentially into the wheel, acting on the reeds. Therefore, this would later be classified as an action or impulse turbine. Unlike previous authors, Branca did not claim to be the creator of many other works. It is still an uncertain case about how Branca's steam turbine worked. This is the most historical context. In the practical context of effective application of turbines, it was only in 1882 that Gustave de Laval introduced his turbine concept. Impulse steam, but still only conceptual. The first steam turbine for power generation was designed and built by Charles Algernon Parsons in 1884, in England. Created in this way, the turbine is called a single stage. And it was only in 1887 that Laval actually built its small steam turbine, to demonstrate that such devices could be built on a large scale. In 1890, Laval developed a nozzle to increase the jet of steam at supersonic speed, working from the kinetic energy of steam instead of its pressure. The mouthpiece now even had its name. It became known as mouthpiece of Laval. In 1897, Charles Curtis patented two types of steam turbines. He combined the principles of the Laval turbine and Parsons in a single impulse turbine of multiple stages, similar to the idea developed in the Rateau turbine. This climb by Curtis had lower efficiency than the Parsons turbine. It was, however, much smaller and the design much more simple, thus making it suitable for simple applications. In 1901, engineer Rateau presented a patented turbine in 1903, but with several groups of expanders and wheels. It was similar to the Parsons and de Laval turbines, mounted in series within the same turbine housing, thus creating the stage called Rateau and the multi-stage turbine. Steam turbines have been used for the purpose of generating electrical energy since the beginning of the 19th century and are one of the inventions of the Industrial Revolution. Steam turbines have played an important role in the power generation industries. using technological innovations for more than 150 years. And, it seems, they will continue to do so. Since the first Parsons turbine, there are many types of steam turbines, from single-stage turbines up to multi-stage turbines that can have more than 30 internships over time. The turbines were being reduced in size. On the other hand, they became more powerful and efficient. New materials, manufacturing technologies and processes have constantly been developed, and enabling turbine designs with more extreme steam conditions.